This is All India Radio. In the program Samvad, we now bring you a discussion on initiatives of ICMR during COVID-19 pandemic. The participants are Dr. Rajnikant, Senior Scientist at ICMR, and AIR Special Correspondent Mattu JP Singh.
AIIMS Delhi has started the registration process for conducting human trials of Covaxin. In the first phase of trials at AIIMS, the indigenously developed vaccine by Bharat Biotech will be administered on 100 healthy individuals. Dr. Rajnikant, if we begin with a very basic question, how has ICMR guided the health research of the country?
Actually, as you know, ICMR is one of the oldest body in the country for the medical research. It was set up in 1911. At that time, it was known as the Indian Research Fund Association, and in 1949, it was renamed as the Indian Council of Medical Research. The basic purpose and principle of ICMR is to promote and to conduct and implement health research in the country. During this 109 years of journey, ICMR has contributed a lot in the area of health research in the country. When we talk about the tuberculosis, so we were the first to demonstrate treatment short course, that is the DOTS therapy for the tuberculosis. Then for leprosy, the multi-drug therapy. For cholera, the oral rehydration solution. Then we also did the very rare kind of disease, that is a Kasanvu forest disease that was prevalent in the Shimoga forest of the Karnataka. So this virus was isolated by the ICMR, and we developed the vaccine also. When malaria was a serious problem and there was a triple resistance against the malaria, DDT was not very effective. At that time, we demonstrated the bioinventor control of malaria, how mosquito can be controlled through ecologically safe methods, through source reduction, through community participation, introduction of larvae species. Then we also demonstrated the test tube baby. We did a lot of work in the area of polio also. We discovered the Bombay blood group. Then the Andaman fever was prevalent in the Andaman and Nicobar. Then ICMR did a study and termed it as leptospirosis. Then we also find out the paragonomiasis in the northeastern area. Then recently we did a lot of work in the area of Nipah and Zika. You might be aware that there was an outbreak of Nipah. Then Zika outbreak was there. So ICMR did tremendous amount of research and developed the point of care diagnostic for the Nipah. And thankfully we have been able to control Nipah and Zika. And ICMR is already on the forefront in the area of antimicrobial resistance and non-communicable disease and the disease which have been identified by the elimination. So we are doing a lot in all the area of health research, and now we are fighting the COVID-19.
What are the vaccines and how many vaccines are under development in the country? Just an overview of the situation right now. So
far as vaccines are concerned, vaccines are very vital when we are dealing with a disease which don't have any therapeutic efficacy. We don't have any drug for disease like COVID-19. So ICMR has been able to isolate the coronavirus, and that helped in the development of the COVID Kavach ELISA, which is being used for the sero survey. Then we have been able to sequence the virus, and that is helping us for the development of vaccine. So this virus was isolated and characterized by the NIV Pune, and this technology was transferred to the Bharat Biotech. Now Bharat Biotech, they have been able to come out with a vaccine that is a Covaxin, and this has got a DCGI approval. And now this vaccine has entered into the human phase 1 trial. So that is how the ICMR has helped in the development of vaccine. Another vaccine is being developed by the Zydus Cadila. So these are the two indigenous vaccines which are initial clinical phase of the trial.
Talking about the first case of COVID-19 that arrived in India, what preparations were made by ICMR in this regard?
We all know that COVID-19, it started from the Wuhan in China in December. And the first case of the COVID-19 in India appeared in the month of January. In January, we were totally unaware about the COVID-19, how we have to move forward, how we have to tackle. And there was no laboratory. NIV Pune was the only single laboratory. So they have been able to diagnose the first case of COVID-19 in Kerala. Then immediately we started working in the area of COVID-19. We set up a corona control room in the ICMR headquarters. Then the screening of the international travelers was started from the airport. And now from one lab, we have more than 1,200 labs. We have started hand-holding the other department also, the medical colleges, the DST, the DBT, CSIR, and we started training the personals. So currently we are having more than 1,200 laboratories. They are working 24/7 for the diagnosis of the COVID-19. And from 50 tests to 100 tests, now we have been able to do more than 3 lakh tests per day. So these laboratories are doing more than 3 lakh tests per day. That so far as the testing is concerned, we developed many testing strategies. RT-PCR is the gold standard for the diagnosis of the COVID-19. Then we developed the antigen testing, antibody test. COVID Kavach ELISA was developed by the ICMR and NIV Pune. So now we have a different kind of testing also that is helping in the identification, in the detection of the COVID-19 for early action.
Sir, if we talk about ICMR's contribution to the Iran lab setup, if you could tell us more about it.
Yes, actually, Iran, they faced the problem of COVID-19. There were certain cases which were appearing and they were not having any facility for the diagnosis of COVID-19. So immediately ICMR came forward and with the support from the NIV Pune, they deputed the scientists from NIV Pune to the Iran and immediately they developed a makeshift laboratory at the airport. And that lab was very helpful for the diagnosis of COVID-19 patient. And the patient, those who were evacuated from the Iran, from the China and from the other countries, they were put under ITBP camp and they were all tested here in India under different settings.
Dr. Rajnikant, if we talk about the new initiatives and activities started by ICMR, what new innovations have been done or what are the other initiatives taken by ICMR in the wake of COVID-19?
So far as the initiatives are concerned, already explained that we strengthened the testing strategy in the country. From one lab, now we have more than 1,200 labs in the country. Then we started teaching in the remote and inaccessible areas. For example, we have a lab in the Leh Ladakh that is 18,000 above the sea level. We are having a lab in the remotest of the remote part of the country. Then we started working on the high throughput labs. Cobas, you must be knowing Cobas is a high throughput lab, 6800, Cobas 8800. So we have around 6 labs in the country, those who can do at least 1,000 tests per day in a single laboratory. We developed the testing strategy for pool testing so that many people can be tested. If there is a low positivity, we can do more testing. We started Zero Survey so that we can get an idea how much population was exposed. Zero Survey was the biggest survey carried out in the country in 59 districts covering a 24,000 population. So this was all done by the ICMR. These were very new initiative of the ICMR. Then we started the antigen testing so that in the containment zone, people can be tested immediately. So no one is left behind because of the paucity of the testing. That was the idea of ICMR, that each and every person who is in need should be tested.
We speak about Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. How is ICMR supporting this vision?
When we talk about the Atmanirbhar Bharat, when this pandemic started, we were in short of the N95 mask, we were in short of the swabs, we were in short of the RNA extraction kit, we were not having even the PPE. But handholding of the domestic partners, domestic laboratories, in the national players. Now we are in a position that we have enough quantity of PPE, we have enough quantity of N95 mask, we have VTM, we have our own RT-PCR. So this Atmanirbhar Bharat has helped us to deal with the COVID-19. We have developed our own antigen test. We have developed our own antibody test also, COVID Kavach ELISA, that was developed by ICMR. So this has all helped. Then we also started working to include the CBNet and TrueNet. They are being tested for the tuberculosis. These machines were repurposed and they are now being also used for the diagnosis of COVID-19 in the remotest area, for example, in PSC, in the district hospital. So we did a lot of work in the area of the new initiatives and also how we can escalate our fight against COVID-19 indigenously. So now we are not depending upon the others. We are Atmanirbhar and we are self-dependent so far as the COVID-19 is concerned.
You just outlined the initiatives and activities by ICMR and how we have been successful in being self-dependent in this area. Then how are we placed, if I may say, compared to other countries in terms of infection, recovery and mortality?
If you compare with the other countries, considering the vastness of this country, we are having a population of more than 130 crores. So we are a vast country, we are a diverse country, we are at places like remote area, different temperature conditions are there, people behavior are different. Considering all these factors, if you see, we have done exceedingly well. The cases have been, to the extent they are under control and we have been able to manage. And so far as the death is concerned, if you see the mortality rate has been very, very low as compared to the other countries like America, if you compare with the Italy, if you compare with France or UK. India has done exceedingly well and we are doing good and hopefully we will be able to bring it down further.
We just spoke about bringing COVID-19 under control. So do you think we can get the infections under control by end of 2020? And then what are the areas that we need to work upon to strengthen the fight?
The people behavior is going to play a crucial role because when you don't have any identified drug for any disease, you don't have a vaccine because all are under developmental stage. It is only people behavior that can save us from this pandemic. Number one is people should be able to understand the problem, how fast it can spread. So wearing mask can help you for the transmission from one person to another. Number two, following the distance As Prime Minister said, do gaj duri hai jaruri. So we can follow that social distancing is very, very important. Number 3 is avoiding the crowded place. You can avoid going in the crowded place like mall or in some other areas so that you can escape and you can protect yourself, you can protect others also. So these are the simple things. If you can hand hygiene, washing your hands and following everything. So people behavior is going to play an important role while we are dealing and tackling the problem of COVID-19.
When we see the different states, we see there is a different response to the COVID-19 situation. Some states are doing very well, like Delhi, Haryana, and Gujarat, where the recovery rate is more than the national average at 72%. So do you think there is any successful model which can be replicated?
Successful model is again depending upon the government initiative, how government is proactive. So far as the testing is concerned, number 8. Number 2 is the contact tracing, whether we are doing the proper contact tracing. Number 3 is the people behavior. There are many successful models. For example, Dharavi was having a high incidence of COVID-19, but now they have been able to control because of the community awareness, because of following the social norms, and definitely the testing is going to play an important role. So if we can expand and do a lot of testing, we can use all the approaches, whether it is RT-PCR testing or antigen testing. So if you can do a test and the person is positive, is quarantined and isolated, further transmission can be stopped. So definitely many of the states, many of the areas, they are doing good, and others they have to follow it, and they can also demonstrate the same achievement.
We can go back to the testing lab. What is it that makes it lab eligible for COVID testing? And how many labs are currently functional?
Currently, we have more than 1,200 labs across the country. They are labs in the island like Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. We have labs in Leh and Ladakh. We have labs in the northeastern states. So labs are everywhere, but these labs, they are molecular labs. So there needs to be biosafety and biosecurity, because those who are working in those labs, they should not get infected. For that, you need a biosafety cabinet, because the samples, they are coming in the VTM. VTM is the viral transport material. So once this VTM comes, they have to unfold, then you have to do the evacuating. It involves a lot of risk. So you have to wear the PPE, you have to wear mask, so that you don't get infected, number 1. Then the sample should also not get contaminated. Then you have to isolate the RNA from the sample. That is RNA extraction. So there are many automated machines that can help in the RNA extraction. Once this RNA is extracted, then it goes to the RT-PCR, where it multiplies. The RNA is converted into DNA, then it multiplies. And then you can see whether it is a positive or a negative. Then there is a data portal and you have to upload the data. So this is a complex process, but people are efficient, they are trained, and they are taking all the care. That is how these labs are working 24/7, and we should salute and we should respect all the corona warriors, those who are helping and doing testing 24/7.
Speaking in terms of COVID medicines, what is India's learning in this regard?
COVID medicine, ICMR is the partner with the WHO Solidarity Trial, because there is no identified medicine for the COVID-19. But there are many trials which are happening. For example, hydroxychloroquine has been recommended as a prophylaxis drug, so that you can prevent those healthcare workers and doctors. They can take hydroxychloroquine, so that can help in the prevention of the infection. Then we are also working in the area of plasma therapy, because certain hospitals, they have been enrolled and the trials are undergoing on the plasma therapy. Remdesivir is again a drug which was being used for the Ebola. So that is being tried and the research studies are ongoing. Ritonavir, they are the drugs which were used for the HIV with the interferon therapy. So these are certain drugs which are being repurposed for the COVID-19, and the research is already ongoing. Currently, we don't have any results available. We can't tell you which drug is very effective, but results will come and let us know which drug can be useful for the COVID-19.
We come to the last question now. What will be the key weapon of India's fight against COVID-19 going ahead?
Key weapon currently, I can say, is to save yourself from the infection. How you can prevent yourself? Social distancing, wearing face mask, hand hygiene, following coughing etiquette, and protecting yourself from avoiding going in the crowded place is the important point which you have to follow till we have vaccine or the drug available for the COVID-19. So if we can follow all these simple norms, we can protect ourselves and we can protect others also. So communication and awareness, there is no need to get panic. You have to take care of yourself, you have to take care of your family, and we can get rid of from this COVID-19.
Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you so much.
You were listening to a discussion Initiatives of ICMR during COVID-19 pandemic. The participants were Dr. Rajnikant, Senior Scientist at ICMR, and AIR Special Correspondent Mattu J.P. Singh. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on our mobile app News on AIR. This program is also available on our website newsonair.com.